Hey yo, man, it's your boy Court back with another video. So, bro, Matthew Hussey, I heard he humbled this group of women in his room, man. So let's see how this goes. We got who pays on the first date. Shout out to the GOAT. Let's see what he got to say.
Let's have one more question. We had this person at the back in the stripes. Yeah, let's hear from you.
Um, During the dating period, after like 4 or 5 months of dating, I just wondering at what point do you have to pay, did the woman have to pay when they go out? The guy is asking that there should be half and half at that point
At what point?
when you already been dating for 4 or 5 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, okay, to give you a quick answer on, firstly, I think we should just deal with the who should pay thing to begin with. When you're on a date, who should pay?
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. I'm sorry.
But-
I would say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's
the
the-
gentleman here.
Here,
You're supposed
okay.
to pay.
He's supposed to pay.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I told them.
but you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever both.
Where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it. I wonder what paradigm that sets up. Here's my view. If you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share, you weren't taught right. If you go on a date and he doesn't pay, he wasn't taught right.
Absolutely.
I can tell you right now, if I was dating someone and they never offered to pay, I wouldn't be dating them. I can tell you that now. If they never offered to pay, I would not be dating them because I'd say, this is the most polite they're ever going to be. And they're not even trying to pay now. What does that say about my future? But look, let me come at this from a different angle. I will always treat my partner how I would treat my best friend. And I wouldn't apply a different standard to my partner than my best friend. I wouldn't say to my best friend, let's always go out to dinner and you always
pay all the time.
I'd say, let's be teammates here in whatever way we can. And maybe, by the way, proportionately, what you can do is less than what he can do. That's a different thing. If he says to you, I want to go stay at the top hotel in Big Sur this weekend, and it's $1,500 a night, and you say, I don't have the money. It's his job to say, it doesn't matter. I didn't do it so you could pay. I did it because I want to go and I want to take you. Great. That's what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you both agree to go on holiday and you have a fifth of his earning potential, you say, I want to contribute to a fifth of this holiday. It's overly simplistic, but you get what I'm saying, right? I will contribute on the level I can contribute. Let me tell you what means something to a guy. Trying.
Right.
That means something to a guy. When he feels that you're not even trying to contribute, that's when he feels used.
Right.
Because any guy who's really confident and self-respecting, if the woman never is even trying to contribute, he feels like
Ragdoll.
he's being taken advantage of.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
It has to do with the lack of gesture. So I would be looking at, if you like this guy, maybe if you're in different positions, figure out what you want to contribute proportionately or what you can contribute proportionately and treat him as you would your best friend.
Now, this is what I like about this. Something that sticks out to me is how he stated that if you're establishing the fact that he has to pay for everything when you go out, it's as if he's paying for your time. Now, he also stated that You weren't raised right if you don't offer to pay for your own things. But he isn't raised right either if he isn't trying to pay for everything. I think that's really powerful because what he's doing is showing that both parties are trying to contribute to each other. Even if you set the dynamic of the man is supposed to pay for the date, that's fine. But if you don't even offer to do it, then the entitlement of what you should be doing is that's how you play in your hand. He asked. He should pay for everything, right? He should pay yeah, he should, right? He said, all right, well you should have sex with him at every drop of the dime when he feels like it. She's like, no. He's like, but you're entitled to him taking you out. No? And I think that's very important to show the double standard between the mindset of people that think like this versus the mindset of the ones that had to have a teamwork mentality. Because the man is treating the woman, right? But what I see is that on the front end of all the dating and stuff, even though the man is pursuing, it's like, okay, let's break it down. The man is pursuing a woman, he's trying to take her out. But it's like every time they do something, it's as if he is trying to take her out. And that's okay at the beginning if he's the one pursuing it. But at some point, when does the woman show interest in the man to show that there is something that she wants to put into him? The reason I think like this is because a man can take your woman out for 3-4 months, just like he said. But at this point, in 3-4 months, what have you done to contribute to him? Because even though he's pursuing you, the end goal is a relationship. That's togetherness. So within the 3-4 month span, the entitlement of he's supposed to be doing all these things for you, okay, that's how you feel, cool, but what are you doing for him? The entitlement is lopsided at that point. I think it's important to see that, like you said at the beginning, he's supposed to pay these things, but then it's as if she's just constantly taking. And that's what's being shown a lot at the beginning of relationships. Or beginning of dating, beginning of whatever you want to call it, flings, everything. It's just one party is giving and the other party is taking only. I feel like it should be the man is pursuing the woman and showing interest. At that point, the woman should take a genuine interest in getting to know the man. But there should be some type of value that she should be adding to the man in his pursuit of her. Because at some point, if she does not ever, like, when is the threshold of when does she start doing things for him? Or when does she make sure he's okay? And that's what you miss in a lot of these dating situations. And she kind of shows this. A lot of the women in her shows this. And I'm expounding upon it more because, he's quick on it. But it's like, the entitlement of what the man should be doing to the woman from the women speaks volumes on the way she was raised. Because at this particular point, the way the question was going, the way the people in the crowd are, mumbling and talking, that never seems like a part of the woman that is like, okay, I'm giving him something. Like, I'm adding into him in some type of way. The only thing it sounded like in this video was money, give me money. Oh, pay, give me, treat me. So at what point does that become draining to the man? After a while, he's going to stop because he wasn't getting nothing out of it in return. He put down an investment that never gave him ROI, return of investment. At what point does, like, when does the man get something out of that? I think it's important to see these type of things and see and understand um, situations such as this, because just to say, for instance, what if the woman never decides to give the man anything? Then now he's went all this time trying to pursue and invest it to her and got nothing in return. And I think that's important to where he said, even though the man is pursuing, I think the main thing that should be focused on is the goal is a partnership. That makes sense? Like, your goal when you're dating should be, okay, the man is pursuing a woman, but the woman should have high interest in the man to where there is something in his life that she's making easier even when they're dating. Because at that point, it's just, you're just an extra bill at that point. He doesn't have any benefit for having you in his life. You that girl, you look good, you fine, but the fact that you talking to him doesn't add anything to him. Are you teaching him something? Are you taking care of him in some type of emotional way? Do you rub his back? Like, what are you? All this sounds like is pay this, pay for this, pay for this, pay for this. So at that point, that's what a problem is. Now I understand maybe the first couple days, but like he said, if she's not even offering to pay, at all over a 3-4 month span, you haven't offered to pay for anything once. Or, okay, what if you offer one time and I shut it all the way down? That's it. He stated that. Okay, I see she's trying. That's the most important thing to a man, like he said, because he doesn't want to feel used. So a lot of the times in this dating process, the man is trying to pursue the woman, but the woman is just taking. And then at some point, he's going to look and be like, dang, what have I gained from this? I haven't nothing. There has not been any addition to my life. And I'm not saying I have to have sex with you. I'm not saying he has to have sex. I'm not saying you have to give that up. But in some way, shape, or form, you should find out how you can benefit his life. And fellas, that's something to think about. Is this woman benefiting you after this time span that you've given her of dating her? What are you getting out of it? You feel me? What is she adding to your life? Like he said, the man should be raised to pay for all the dates. But the woman should be raised in a mindset to where you should be wanting to pay for your own. Because that shows that you are not using him. And it also shows that the most important thing on your mind is not the date, but the time that you're spending with him. And that's what men want to know the most. The fact that you enjoy the time with him. Because if he's steadily, constantly spending his money on you in these dates, it's not necessarily the fact that you're enjoying spending the time truly, genuinely with him. You're just enjoying the date he took you on. And you're enjoying the attention. But you're not genuinely and truly enjoying him. Because he's touching on this. If you really, genuinely, truly, and was genuinely enjoying the time of a man, you would offer to pay for your own date, because it's not about the date, it's about the time spent. So fellas, when I personally come across women that have a mindset of what I was just saying about it's more important about the time spent, I try to keep those women very close to me because those are the women that you need to date, fall in love with, marry. Because those are the ones that's going to have your best interest at heart. He's dating you, you're dating her. You have her best interest at heart because you're trying to date her and make sure she's enjoying her time with you. But is she just taking all this attention and the dates and stuff that you're giving her, or is she like, man, I'm really enjoying the time that he's showing me, and I'm really genuinely interested in him? So I know this video is a little long and I'm preaching and everything, but this video is very powerful. If you have to watch it again just to see the key points that he touched on, do so. Because this video is important. Hope y'all enjoyed that video, man. Peace.